But you've been into music like from a really young age, though, after being, I think, exposed to your dad's record collection and discovering the Beatles when you were like 5 years old. I don't know at that age, you was perhaps too young to know, but did that seem like old music, or was there just some magic that blew you away with it?
It seemed like magic that blew me away, and I actually felt like I discovered something no one else knew about, which is hilarious. I remember going to a summer camp and asking somebody, it was one of the counselors at the camp. I said, "Have you heard of the Beatles?" Because I thought I'd discovered this rare underground band in my dad's record collection, because I had no idea.
No.
And I just remember she just looked at me kind of like, yeah, I've heard of the Beatles, you know. And then I kind of realized at that point, wow, oh, maybe this band is something that more people know about. And then, of course, learned they were the biggest band in the history of rock and roll music.
Yeah,
so
ever. What album or songs was it that attracted you? Do you remember?
Well, the first record I discovered of the Beatles in my dad's collection was Rubber Soul. And it was the American version of it, right? Which you're probably familiar. There's the UK version or the British version that had different songs.
Right.
So I fell in love with that original version, which is not even the right album, which I found later. I love both of them. I love any version of it. And then after that, he had Revolver, and that was like, I was between those two albums, I was just completely hooked.
What an introduction. I mean, that's more like your more, not obscure Beatles. I don't think there's anything that's obscure Beatles, but more of the left field experimental Beatles for a lot of people. So you was going in like deep straight away.
Yeah. But that was the stuff that excited me, you know. It was like it just sounded weird. And, you know, again, it's hard to say that now because the Beatles are so ubiquitous and everybody's heard it. It's like the weirdest of Beatles seems normal now, but you know, when you're a kid and you don't know who they are or anything about them, it seemed, well, really, really adventurous, you know, and kind of dark in a weird way, you know.